Yeah, Sakaji here, and I actually already recorded this episode, but current got messed up, and I lost the actual video, so I have the audio, so I have to re-record it. Luckily, it wasn't that long ago, just 2 weeks, so I know what to do with this. So basically, all I really did was make a new function, but I think we went over function parameter. Another thing called hack. What hack does a completely different thing than the average function. So instead of giving you the average, just console log per grade is grade. Empty Hong Kong. And I graded the parameter, and we're done. And hack. Or more realistic. 90. No. Now what it do is say your grade is 100. I don't think we've gone over this yet, but if we have, then forgive me for going back over it. When you're consoling, or actually anything that involves a string being put as something which you want to add to the string, you can always just put a plus sign and then something else you want to add to it. So let's say grade was actually of something like a name, and it said your name is, and then I put in some like a George, and then inside here it was the parameter name would be saved as George, and it would say your name is George instead of just your name is space. Which means absolutely nothing to anybody. So it's really good for lots and lots of purposes about stuff and things. That's all we really went over in that video. I did way too much extra stuff. But since we haven't actually learned anything new too much, this is what we're working on about 8 episodes in the future. Yep, our first 82-line thing, and it's not done yet. So, get ready for that. Also, that's HTML, HTML. Okay. There we go. It. And by that, I mean, gonna be... Let's improve on this, because this isn't really much. I'm gonna improve on this. Let's say... Oh, yes, there's another thing in there. First of all, this would be equals, not minus sign. Well, first of all, these grades, what I want to do is I want, for the actual average thing, I can really get rid of this hack because I already know what it does. Just put whatever grade up in there. If you want to see what it does, just run it yourself, I guess. Let's say I didn't want these grades to be preset. Let's say I want to enter them myself. Well, what is the one thing we know that can let somebody something by themselves? Prompt. But unfortunately, when you enter something in with the prompt, it doesn't really turn out very good. Even if you put the number 0, it'll return like 216,000 billion jillion. And you don't want 216,000 billion jillion. You want the number you put in there. So how are you going to do that? Well, there's a thing in JavaScript called number, and it returns whatever you put inside these parentheses as a number. Normally the prompt, what it would do is it would take the number you put in and be like, well, we only really do strings, so do this and this and that, and then some other stuff, times 16,000 billion trillion, and I can make it into 216,000 billion trillion. It's still 0, let me just add this and this and do this and extra all this stuff, and just make it something completely weird. But what we really want to do is to output it as the number that you put in. So it really just straight up takes the data and turns it into a number if it can. If it's true, if it's a boolean, true or false, false will return 0 and true will return 1. For things like, let's say, let's say you had a string, and inside a string you got the number 17. Now, you'll still see this as, well, actually, it will see this as a number if you're trying to, well, let's say you said, does this equal 17? This will give you true for a reason, because it's trying to compare it to a number. Then a number can't be compared to a string, so it'll convert the string into a number. And since it only has a number inside, it's really easy. Take these away, take the quotation marks away, and 17, true. Yeah. So basically, it can take different types of data. The double equal sign can take different types of data and compare them. Say I had 1 and a boolean, true. It will return true. If I had false, is equal to, so true. So if I had false equals 0, I think that will return true. I'm not really sure. Let me try it. Log. I think that should return a boolean. Yeah. Yeah. Oops, I forgot. First, I must actually. I'm sorry, guys. Let me just not do this. Not be prepared for stuff. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let me just. No. Yeah. Let me just not be prepared ever. False. This will return false. So I guess the other thing I told you about true and 1 would also be false. They're not equal. Yeah. But I think it might have something to do with quotation marks. Yeah. So if it's inside a quotation mark, then it just treats it as a word and it won't try to transfer it back to anything else. Yeah. These are true. Yeah. But inside quotation marks, it'll treat it as a regular string and it won't try to convert it into a boolean. So this is false. I've learned something myself. So I get to learn something good. Because as I try to teach you guys, I'm a terrible teacher, and I actually end up teaching myself something that I gave you false information about. Which is the beauty of this. We both get to get something out of it. I'm not talking about likes and subscribers. I'm talking about beautiful intelligence. Beautiful, beautiful knowledge and intelligence. So what else can we really do? Oh yeah, back to these. Crap, we got off track, didn't we? Yeah. To these. What we basically gotta do is number. That just prompt and prompt them with number. Simple as that. Prompt them with number and it'll convert it straight into a number. Now we're gonna read this. Do all of these. I want to use my columns though. Boop. And boop. Now you can put in whatever values you want. So now if we rerun this, number, how about 100? Number 98, number 17, 0, 99. That'll give you 63. Before, without the numbers, if I quickly control F, if I look for a number and find all and replace it with absolutely nothing, Why is it giving me the M's? Actually, not. I'm sorry. Oh crap. Yeah, I done messed up. Okay. Oh, it's not gonna run anything. But I put in 0, 0, 1, 4, and 0. It really doesn't know what the trait does as. It's dumb. It's weird. It just doesn't have a number on it. I have a bunch of stuff to undo. It's not expecting that. Okay, so we have both learned something today, you and I, and as well as, learning how to not make mistakes by easily just not doing what I just did and having a bunch of stuff deleted like weirdness and everything turns out bad. You should not do that, kids. You should not do that ever. You should never do that ever in your life because you regret it. You do not want that to happen ever, ever. So let's recap. We used a thing. We learned how to turn prompts numbers into actual usable numbers that won't be 216,000 billion trillion. And that's about it. See you guys next time when we do the other thing we did.